Hey there, how's it going? Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be looking at protecting the YOLO boxes. Now I've got all three of the YOLO boxes here. I've got the Mini, the Original and the YOLO Box Pro. And what I want to do is make sure that when I'm using these things that they're protected, they're not going to get bumped around or damaged too much. And especially I want to protect the HDMI and audio sockets and everything in the top. So I got hold of the really cool people at another company called YCOnion, and they've sent me 3 cages for the 3 YOLO boxes, and I've got those right here. They've arrived, so I'm going to do a really quick unboxing of all 3 of those. I'm going to mount them onto the YOLO boxes and show you how they work and how easy they are to put on. So here are the 3 boxes from YCOnion. I'm going to start with the little one here and put that onto the Mini, and then we'll carry on to the bigger 2. Nice and quick, so this shouldn't take us too long. Start with checking what's in the box. We've got a gel bag. One of those tends to come with everything, which is good, stops it from getting damp. There's a little tips card in here. This is the same in all 3 boxes, so it's just saying read the manual and all that sort of thing. There's a Ziploc bag here with the 2 Allen keys you need and a set of Allen screws in there as well. That's useful. And of course the cage itself. So here it is. It's nice and simple. As you can see here, it's got the 3 cable protectors on the back. It's got a number of quarter inch 20 thread holes in here, so you can mount all sorts of extra things. And of course a cold shoe adapter on the side. So let's put the YOLO Mini into here. Real easy, we just grab it like that and drop it into the cage, and there it is. Now what we need to do is grab one of these screws that I've got in the bottom here. So I'll just empty that lot out. Just grab this screw here. Now this just drops into the guide hole right at the bottom here. I'll just drop that in there and grab the large Allen key and just give that a bit of a twiddle to do it up. Couple of turns and it's done. So there we go, there's the first YOLO boxes in the cage. Now these at the top here, they've just got finger screws on them, so you can just bring that up, and once you're at the top you can just grab an HDMI cable, check that you got it around the right way and plug it in. Did I get that around the right way? I did. And then plug it in there. I knew I was going to do that. Hold that down to there and then just tighten up that screw. This is just going to stop that from being wriggled around and damaging the socket, and will stop it from accidentally being pulled out. And there you go. So that's the first one, all in place and ready to go. Let's have a look now at the one for the OG. In here we've got another one of the info cards. We've got another pack with screws in it and the OG cage. Once again, nicely shipped in a bit of bubble wrap. So on here obviously we've got some more cable protectors because there are more bits of cable to protect. So that's going to cover the 3 HDMI ports, the USB port and the USB-C port at the end. Once again, this just drops real easily into the housing, and then underneath here it's got a thread, and it's got some screws in here that drop into that thread hole. Now I just want to show you something about these screws. When you get one of these and it doesn't quite fit into the thread in there, don't force it in because you'll damage the thread. It's actually an M4 or an M6, an M4 screw I think, which has got a different pitch to the quarter 20. So here's the quarter 20 out of the first case. As you see, this one here just goes in here and screws in perfectly, just like that. There's no pressure needed to do it. So if you find you've got one of these ones and it doesn't easily go in here without any extra pressure, don't use it because you'll damage that thread. It's really easy to get a quarter 20 machine screw from any hardware. Go do that instead, or use one that you've got from another kit. So because I've got the ones that don't actually fit in here properly, I'm going to use the spare screw I got out of the other kit, and I'll just put that in there and tighten that up, and there we go. That's all in there ready to go. If I want, I can put in more HDMI into the top. It's got the same finger screws on the cable protectors there and works exactly the same way. Nice and easy, and easy to finger tighten up again. I should also point out that there's a cold shoe adapter on this one as well, and of course a heap of quarter inch 20 threads and holes all around this thing for mounting all sorts of other bits. Okay, let's have a look now at the YoloBox Pro cage. This one's a little bit different. As you notice, the YoloBox Pro is quite a bit bigger, so the cage in it is a bit bigger as well. One more of these cards are all saying the same thing. There's 4 different packages in here, plus this packet here which has got the cable protectors in it, and another bag of Allen keys and screws and bits and pieces that we're going to need, another silica gel pack, and some instructions on the top here. That's basically how to assemble this one. So where the other cages came assembled, this one here you've got to do a little bit of work and put it together on. So let's do that quickly. We'll start by just getting everything out of the individual bags. Here's your 2 side plates, and this one here is the top plate, and the final one here of course is going to be the bottom plate. So I'll just nudge that back and grab the bag here with all of the bits and pieces in it. Now you don't need to see me putting the screws into the holes and all that sort of thing, so let's just do this. And there we go, I've got 3 sides there put together. Now I don't have the 4th side on at the top yet because this needs to just slide down into the cage like that. It's one that fully surrounds it and protects it and bonds it in on all sides. And once I've got that on there, I just need to put this bit up on the top, and then I can screw that down. And finally I'm just going to open up this bag here with the cable protectors in it, drop those out, and we can just put them into the back. They just go into these 7 slots along the top here. So there we go, there's all of the cable protectors in there, and all I need to do now is drop this 1/4 tenny screw in the bottom here, and there it is. We've got the YoloBox Pro all in its cage and ready to go. There is one thing on these though that I think they could have done but haven't done. I hope they will in a future version of it, and that is use this bit of metal at the bottom here and turn it into a Arca Swiss receiver, so that you can just mount that straight onto a mini tripod, much like this one here that just has those 2 bevels and is kind of a really universal mount now for putting things on. So that would just be really convenient if you could just put that on there and tighten it up and be away laughing without having to put a sled plate or something onto the YCOnion cages. Anyway, so there you go, that's a quick unboxing and showing you these 3 things. If you want one of these, you can click on the links I've got down in the description that will take you directly to where you can buy one. And if you want to see me rig these up on some cameras in the near future, hit here to subscribe and click on this video and this video to watch them as well, because they've got awesome stuff and it's going to help you out. And I'll see you in another video soon. Have a great evening.